Thank you so much. Thank you for those words of theology. It's important to have a conceptual ideal that organizes us, organizes our thinking, and organizes our sense of action. I'd like to speak just for a moment about relationship. Sorry, moving that out of the way. I just didn't want to have anything between us. The notion of relationship. We're comfortable with these ideas of relationship between people, between a parent and a child, between lovers, between members of a community. But we are also reminded that we have relationship that extends far beyond our immediate circles. Relationship not only with other people, but as was suggested, with the earth itself and with all that's in it. And I want to take today as my text a word from Psalms, Psalm 24. In Hebrew, Ladonai ha'aretz umloah. The earth is the Lord's and all its fullness. The earth belongs to God, we're taught. And so what does that make us? If we are in relationship with God, what's our relationship to that earth? If it is God's possession, what are we supposed to do with it? We're taught that we have a responsibility to be caretakers of this remarkable gift that we've been given, this world in all of its fullness, this world that is so beautiful, so sustaining, and also so fragile. And we have this responsibility like someone who tends a vineyard for another, a responsibility to not degrade it, but to make it better, to make it more sustaining, more possible, more full. Instead, our short-sightedness has taught us to just take what we need for ourselves and not worry about anyone else's needs, and not worry about the next generation, and not worry about how we are tending God's world. So as was suggested, we have to rethink. We have to rethink our relationships. We have to rethink our relationship with the world, rethink our relationship with God. It is in our hands. It is in our ability. I thank you for coming out, because the easiest thing is to stay home. The easiest thing is maybe to extend ourselves a little bit by writing a letter of protest. Maybe even posting something on Facebook. Yes. It takes a lot of courage to actually stand. It takes a lot of courage to go in front of our civil leaders and know that sometimes these bills are controversial, as this one is, as we've been hearing. And we know that there's going to be opposition that's going to be met. And there are powerful interests that are working against the bill that's being proposed. But it is important that our leaders see our faces. It's important that our leaders recognize that we are willing to stand, that we are willing to be present, that we're willing to fight for the next generation. And those of us who come from a religious background, those of us who are motivated by that sense of this remarkable relationship we have with God and God's world, know that we have a sense of protection and purpose. May we be good stewards of God's world. May we be confident in this relationship. May we help to build a future we can be proud of and give to the next generation and the generation afterwards. A world that is as filled with the beauty that we've appreciated, as filled with the life-sustaining ability as we have appreciated. A world that continues to be blessed. Amen.